Maybe it helps if I unmute. There we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me well? Super rusty at this. Clumsy here. Long time no see. Camera angle changed a bit since a couple of years back. Happy Labor Day, everybody. I had some time and I really missed streaming, hanging out with you guys, so I figured might as well start getting used to it again. I can see the waveforms moving, so hopefully that is working. But it's our first time trying out YouTube Live in, I think, I saw the last time I streamed in YouTube was 2016. So it's been, what, 9 years? We've been streaming in Twitch ever since, and then I stopped 2 years ago. And then when I resumed, I'm back here in YouTube. So let's see how that works. Ah, it does seem to work. Okay, there we go, the chat appeared. Traffic. It's been so long indeed. Glad you could join this ad hoc. No announcement stream. Sorry about that, but I hope I can make it a bit more of a regular thing. Right now it's more of a test stream more than anything, because I am super rusty at managing the different scenes, and I'm not sure if my PC can still handle everything in parallel, so let's see how it goes. Can you hear me well? Can you see the screen? Can you see the beautiful 777 with all the cinematics moving along? So for today, we'll do a flight. We're here currently in somewhere in Japan. We'll have to double check the flight plan. 1 second. Let me load up Navigraph. There you go. So from Nagoya, Chubu Sinclair International to Nagasaki, which it looks like the weather has been pretty bad there. So I hope we can land, but we'll see. But that's going to be the flight plan for today. It will take us around 2 hours, more or less-ish. So we'll see how that looks like, but we will have some time. Block time is 1 hour, 41 minutes. You got work with private aviation. After 3 years, option to make captain training. Wow! Keeping my fingers crossed for you, Arianas. Long time no see, man. Glad you're here. Glad you made it. Thanks for dropping by. And happy to hear about that great news. Yes, keeping my fingers crossed for you. All the best. So what have you been flying recently? Good. So let's see how we set this up. And I do want to leverage the tablet inside the cockpit just so it's a bit more immersive. So let's go and head inside. There we go, cold and dark. Maybe we can cut the music so we can hear the sim in all its goodness. By the way, this is not live time. This is live weather, but I set it way, maybe more than 12 hours in the past, just so we have some nice daytime. Because I tried it initially, real-time, real weather, it was super dark and it was not so scenic. So I think it wouldn't be nice for a first stream after a long time. So not live time, but we'll make it work. Yeah. Let's let things boot up here. In the meantime, let me load up SimBrief. Okay, that checks. Looks good. My goodness, that's the dream. Hey Azik. Good evening from KL. Oh, we're in the same time zone. How are you doing? Glad you could join today. Happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day, everybody. Most parts of the world that I know of, at least, have today as day off. So hopefully you are enjoying your rest day as well. It doesn't happen often that most of the countries have this as a holiday. Normally it's one or the other. So this is one of the more quote-unquote universal holidays that we have. So enjoy it if you can. Good. Let's go ahead and call up GSX here. So we can start with the refueling and boarding. Of course, all Nippon Airways. I'm still using a pilot's life. And we've been progressing. I do like the immersion that this pilot's life gives. Gives you a reason for flying. I'm currently a virtual senior first officer, more than halfway through to being a virtual captain. That's as close as I can get, but I'll take it. And we've been hired by ANA for some reason. They hired us, so I don't know. They gave us a chance, so I won't say no to that. In Austria for corporate overlords. Ah, yes. The top 1%. Or maybe even 0.5%. Okay, let's start boarding. From flight sim point of view, 777, we're still in flight sim 2020. I don't dare touch 2024 yet, although tomorrow I might. If you have been up to date with flight sim news, the 777-200ER from PMDG is releasing in a matter of hours, supposedly. In a day's time for sure. And it's releasing in both 2020 and 2024. So I might try 2024 when that happens. But for now, sticking with 2020 and sticking with chase lane for the amazing camera views like this. You have day off too. Ah. Go to work in the morning. So you didn't realize it was a holiday. You went to work and then just went home after. All good. Better late than never. Good. It's nice seeing all the ground vehicles working from this view. Very scenic, gives you an entire vibe of the place. Immersive vibes. And we're going to attach the pushback just for simplicity's sake, so we don't have to fiddle with it later on. Turn on the ADIRUs here. IFE passenger seats, cabin utility goes on. Voice recorder, emergency arm lights armed, window heats on. The hydraulics will turn on later. Cargo fire we can test because the displays are on now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there should be 10 red lights, including this one on the ICAS. Our test pass looks good, and apparently that's how you test the fire, the fire alarms, the systems in the 777. Very easy. Even I wouldn't be lazy to do it. Hydraulic pumps, the fuel pumps rather, can stay off for now while we're refueling. Seatbelt signs are off as well. Nav lights are on already, and then everything else is on or auto. Looking good there. Okay. Hey, Nemesis. Yes, man, it's been a while. Glad you could join. Thanks for dropping by. How have you been? 777-300 G90. Nav data is up to date. Looks good. Let's go and get the... Oh, we don't have the GPS position yet. We'll have to probably wait for a while still. So in the meantime, we can go ahead and check the oil quantity. Should be sufficient. And hydraulic quantity, no refill indication. So that looks good. Oxygen crew pressure is 1850. That looks good as well. So maybe we can start doing some of the checklists pre-flight. Oxygen over here. Looks good. Light instruments, I will worry about that later. But parking brake, we do want to start setting that. So let me turn on the right electric demand hydraulic pump for a bit, just so we have enough pressure for the brakes. And so now let's turn the parking brake and look at that indication parking brake set. That looks good. So now we can turn this off again for now. Right, and that got sensed here, so that's ticked now. Nice. Okay, GPS position is available now, and we'll load the airport just to have a sense check that we're in the right, that the GPS is returning the right coordinates. 34 degrees, 51.5 minutes. Yeah, that looks good. That checks. And now we can request the route from SimBrief, and then from here we should be able to load the flight plan and compare it with this one to make sure we're loading the right thing. Initial altitude, actually our cruising altitude is flight level 300, but I guess it calls it initial altitude because it normally displays the step climbs for the long hauls, huh? Maybe that's why. Cost index 152, distance 391, more or less. Zero fuel weight 205.6 tons. Reserve fuel is 9 tons. So that's the FinRes plus alternate. And then block fuel is 21.5. That checks, but the weather is pretty bad in the destination airport, so I think I would want to add something. How much? I am not sure. Maybe an additional... Let me see. It's a good question. How about an additional 2 tons to be safe? 23.5. I don't think I can change it from here, but I should be able to change it in the payload later. So let's select the route for now, and then we'll adjust it later. Hey Jay! Long time no see, man. How's it been? Hope you have been well. Sorry I haven't been up to date with the news. Have you been streaming still? Hey Paul. Thanks for joining. Hey Greg. Long time no see. Good evening in the Philippines. Same time zone for a change. We don't have many of you guys over here with the same time zone as me. So glad to have you on board. Right, that looks good. Let's load it up. So instead of 21.5, I would want something like 23.5. So I think we can do that here. If you go to menu, FS Actions, Fuel, 19.5. 1 second. Did it already do the refueling? I think it hasn't yet. Let's wait for it to refuel, and then we'll add some more. Yeah, I think that's what we can do. Hey. Hey, Richard. How's it going, man? They are refueling, so it should be reflecting in here already. Let's see. 19.5. What does it say in the ICAS? 1 second. 19.5 as well. Okay, well, let's wait for that to finish, and then let's just add on, like top up afterwards. That should be okay. In the meantime, let's go ahead and activate and execute that. Legs page here. Okay, that looks good already. At least something got loaded. Zero fuel weight would remain the same. Let's get back the tablet in here. The fuel weight was... why does it not match though? 1 second. Am I loading the right thing here? I think GSX loaded the wrong thing. Yeah, it might have loaded an older version of the flight plan. Yikes. Okay, I'll have to change that then. Okay, let's probably do that manually. So if we go to payload, what was it? Return. Oh, there are multiple pages here. So the zero fuel weight here is 198.9. It should be actually 205.6, right? Based on our most recent one. So I think let's adjust it like so, 205.6. And let me do one more check, comparing with Navigraph. This is the latest one for sure, so it should be indeed 205.6. So I think GSX just bugged out a bit, got the older version. So let's set that to 5.6. Does that work? Oh, that does work. Okay, good. Right. And then the fuel, let's set as well. So it was 21.5. I would want 23.5. Like so. It's good. Right. So now when I tick this line select key, it should update with a 205.6. Now that should match with this one. Okay, perfect. That's what we want. And then the calculated fuel, the sensed is 23.5 as well. So that's 21.5 plus the 2 tons that we added for buffer for the weather. Streams, your streams are not regular. Ah, I see. Hope you get better soon, Jay. There is hair, exactly, yes. Oh, that's good to hear, Jay. Yes. I've been thinking about streaming, but everything was set up in Twitch. And to be honest, I don't watch Twitch myself often. I usually just stay in YouTube because that's where I have the premium subscription, so I don't have ads. So I just normally watch YouTube. So I thought might as well just stream here as well. And yeah, the higher resolution, the higher codec and everything, I think that works. And then in terms of the chat delay, I'm not sure how much there was. When I measured it earlier, it was like 8 seconds on my end. Not too bad. So hopefully on your end, not too bad either. Laggy and desync and stuff. It's true. Yeah, so let's try this out and we'll see. And yes, I switched over in Twitch it's subscriptions, right? Here it's membership. So I just copied over the badges, the emotes and everything, just so if anyone is interested, they can become a member here and get the perks. And here it's a bit more synchronized. It's a bit more, how do you say? Synergy. The synergy is better because when I release a video, even though it's scheduled for the future, I can set it so that the members can access it already. Things like that, right? So it's just better synergy overall. Let's accept the perf init here. One watch out I always see here is the cruising altitude is oftentimes different from the SimBrief one. I think it's because this one is using whatever the FMS is calculating, not the one from SimBrief. So I always have to overwrite it like so. But the rest of the fields are normally the same. So it's 152 cost index. The average wind, actually that doesn't show here. That was on the 737. Reserves are 9 tons. Yeah, that looks good already. Okay, that checks. Oh, by the way, I had to open the Say Intentions app. So we're using an AI ATC program. So it's a bit more human seeming. Yeah, it's a bit more organic. This is the one, Say Intentions. And let's hit new flight here just to be on the safe side that we refresh things. And then ideally, this should be the last time we see this window, because everything else is we can interact with in the plane itself with the radios. No delay. Oh, that's great. Hey, Vincent from France. Wow, what time is it there? It's 3 p.m. I think, right? 3 p.m. CET. Yeah, I don't normally stream this time. Actually, I don't normally stream these days. But yes, I think this is a perfect time for all time zones. Right? Evening for me, afternoon for you, morning for US folks. So I think it's the best intersection, and I'm free today because of Labor Day, so why not? I think it's going to be good. Okay, so let's go ahead and load some charts. Let's see. What's this one? Departure airport 20-9 would be this one. The SID that we're expecting is somewhere UMI 2. Okay, UMI 2 with the Hickney transition. So that's this one, but it depends. ATC might give us something different, so we'll have to maybe keep it on this page just so we have an idea of what they're saying. But let's open one at a time. Airport charts first. Good. So that's where we are. Actually, this is stand 7, I believe. Let's go outside for a bit. Stand 7. It doesn't say here because this is a default airport. Okay. Just trust me, it's stand 7. Okay, let's see. Let's go and tune in the 80s so we hear the weather. Scotsman! Oh, how have you been, man? You're the first guy I always see whenever there's a World of Trucks event. You're the first guy I know that finishes it. Super dedicated. How's Truck Sim? How's Train Sim? What Train Sim world are we in now? Train Sim world 4? 5? I've been so behind. Kenya is also here, June the Gamer. Oh my goodness, international. Welcome everybody. Thanks for joining. Been a while. Okay, 127.075. So let's tune that in here. And one thing that I like, I'm not sure when they implemented that in say intentions. You actually have to have your radios on now, like so, before you can hear them. Like let me show that if it works.
Ting runway 1A.
So that's the 80s, right?
On initial contact, you have information.
But if I turn off, so this is VHF, right? This one.
Chubu Centraire International Airport. Information Juliet.
Yeah, it turns off. So I think if at least one of the radios are on, it would
arriving
work.
And departing runway 1A.
Or I think it looks at this one.
Height 200 feet.
Oh, either of them.
Transition
Yeah.
level 145. Arriving.
But yeah, that's super cool because before there was no integration at all with the radios. I'm not sure when they implemented that.
3,000
adds to the immersion.
Broken at 6,000 feet.
Let me note down the weather 1 sec.
Temperature 1A. Dew point 14. QNH 1016. Density altitude 200 feet. Transition level 145. Arriving and departing runway 1A. Advise on initial contact, you have information Juliet.
Okay, we have information Juliet. I have
Chubu
to wait for the
Centraire
winds.
International Airport. Information Juliet. 1230 Zulu. Wind 115 at 16. Visibility 6. Sky conditions, view at 3,000 feet.
Weather is pretty
Broken
good here.
at 6,000 feet. Broken.
Yeah.
Temperature 1A. Dew point 14.
Okay, that looks good. Let me get back to chat. Train Sim 5 now. Okay. Okay. Train Sim. Look who's here. Why was this recommended to me? I don't like it. Mr. I don't like it himself. How are you doing, Jack? Long time no see, bro. Hey, Scan. Yes, long time. How have you been? How's Pro Mods doing? Oh, by the way, I just realized you can actually see my... Those are the new pedals that I have. Yeah, my sim gear, my sim equipment is on this shelf now. We did a bit of reshuffling of the gear, so at least you can see something from there. And I think that's the Thrustmaster Warthog stick. Yeah. Cool. Alpha Star, how's it going? Bro. Glad to see you guys. Long time no see. Amazing stuff. Just tune into delivery, Centraire delivery is how we call them. 121.85, is it? 121.8. So we'll leave the view here and then the SIDS over here, just so when he says something or when she says something, I'll have an idea what departure they'll assign to me. Most likely it's going to be UMI 2, but we'll see. Okay, so let's go and speak to them. What's our all Nippon 371? Okay, Centraire delivery, good day. All Nippon 371 with information Juliet requesting IFR to Nagasaki. Yar! Hey Jack! Patrick!
Request. Stand by.
How's it going? Sorry guys, I haven't been able to drop by Jack's stream for quite some time. Have you still been racing and doing the shooting stuff? Hope that's all well and good.
All
And hope
Nippon
you're-
371.
Once
Information Juliet is current. Clear to Nagasaki via the Oumi-2 departure. Then as filed. Departure runway 18. Initial climb to 3000. Departure on
Slow.
119.175. Squawk 1414.
Cleared to Nagasaki via the Umi-2 departure, then as filed, runway 18, initial climb 3000, departure 119.175, and squawk 1414, all Nippon 371. Okay, let's go and plug that in before I forget. 1414.
All Nippon 371. Read back correct. Ground will be on 121.8.
121.8. Thanks, all Nippon 371. Good. Okay, so we got our clearance, so now we know which runway we're using, which departure we're using. Then we'll see. Has it been 3 years? Oh my goodness. Yeah, when was the last stream? April. I remember it was late
Ladies
April.
and gentlemen, welcome aboard All Nippon
That's
Airways
flight
Flight
attendant.
371 with service to Nagasaki. We kindly ask you to take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. If you need any assistance, please don't hesitate to contact our crew. Thank you for your cooperation.
That's part of Say Intentions as well, this AI software. So this adds immersion and everything. So they kind of pull info from your flight plan, so they know where you're going, what's your cruising altitude, and then they integrate that with the flight attendant announcements. It's super cool. And then they even give like trivia on your destination. Like when you land in Tokyo, they'll give some trivia about Tokyo. Just gives the entire vibe. Very nice. Medieval. Oh, yes. I think I saw that for a bit. What's the name of the horse again? Is it still the same horse? Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, right? I think. Yeah, KCD2. April 2022, exactly 3 years. Oh my goodness. Speaking of number of years, today marks my 12th year officially in Singapore. Yeah, May 1 was my first official day here. Quite a milestone. So glad to have you guys here. Next week is back to normal. Pebbles, you sold it. I see. Yeah. Hope you got a good price. 10166 on the QNH. And does that check with the altitude? Should be around 20. Airport elevation 12. Okay, that checks. Looks good. And we did get assigned the Umi-2 departure. So 1 second, let me just save this airport information. Okay. So we'll do the briefing later just so everyone's on the same page on where we're going. But for now, let's go and continue programming the FMS. Runway 18 is what we've been assigned with the Umi-2 departure. It looks good. And then arrival, I believe we'll have the ILS Zulu 32 with the Fubuki transition. Let me double check with Navigraph. Yeah, Fubuki, ILS Zulu, but this almost always changes based on what ATC assigns. So this is just like a placeholder for initial fuel planning and initial VNAV calculations, but this will most likely change. Okay, looks good. So let me just check for discontinuities. Nothing as expected. Alright, let's load up the winds. Someday you need to visit Singapore. Let me know when you're here. That would be amazing. Okay, winds have been loaded. That looks good. And yeah, with the 777, the winds are more high-tech than in the 737. In the 737, it's just like a single value per leg, right? But here, if we like drill down on this wind, you get like the different values per altitude. So it's a one level deeper. Very nice. VNAV 14,000 transition altitude. Okay. Econ speed 320, Mach 0.83, cruising altitude flight level 300. That checks. And then okay, Recommended flight level 300. That looks good. And then this is where we're going. I think normally they don't do this advanced, but I might forget later. So let's descent forecast so that the FMC knows the calculate when the top of descent should be based on the winds that we'll encounter. So we'll load and give it the winds information basically. There we go. That looks good. So next is calculating the takeoff performance. But first, flight instruments, let me see, heading is 176, that's the runway 18 heading. And altimeter is 1016 based on the ATIS, so that is good as well. Good. Before start, flight deck door should be closed already, but let's double check. Yeah, and they finished boarding a while ago. If we have time later, we can check the cabin as well. I haven't checked the cabin before. I always just stay here in the cockpit, the flight deck. You were in China, Japan, Philippines, but Singapore not. Oh my goodness. A lot of people say the airport in Singapore is the best, so it's definitely a good experience. Harvesting peanuts in Farm Sim 25. Is it Farm Sim 25 already? My goodness. Glad you saw me live though. Thanks for hanging out with us. Misses your messages as always. Ah, yes. Yeah, the thing with Flight Sim, I don't know why. Maybe because my FPS has been low recently. So I've learned not to use head tracking. For head tracking, I would probably use it for GA, for smaller planes where you want to look around, fly VFR. But for IFR like this, I've learned to use like different camera angles like so, which is more stable from a camera point of view, from a frame rate point of view, less shaky, less dizzying for the when watching as well. So yeah, no head movements at all for this stream. Data terrain, I think that should be okay as well. It's good. Right. Okay. So let's go through the checklist here. Passenger signs. Let me just double check. We did finish with the refueling already. Yes, we did. So seatbelts on, fuel pumps on. Start the APU because everyone is boarded already. I'm the only one they're waiting on, and might as well start the hydraulic pumps as well. Now with the 777, there's an art to this that I learned. Otherwise, if you do it wrong, I think the fluids can go to the right side. So the sequence supposedly is you turn this on first, turn the right side first, like so. And once that's good, it's like a letter C, inverted letter C. So the C2 and C1 electric, and then the left demand electric, and then the C1, C2 air, like so. And that should be, if we look at the hydraulic synopsis in here, then that should show you all the 3 different hydraulic systems all being pressurized. Yeah, and the pressures are here respectively. Good. Looks good. And if you look at the status page, we'll see the progress of the APU over here. If we look outside, we should even actually hear it. It's a bit quiet though right now. Yeah, it's a bit more on the quiet side. But we do see this one now, APU running. So that looks good. So now we can actually disconnect the GPU. Yes. And we can actually release the ground power, remove the chocks. And let me just do one check. Left inboard door. Yeah, the entry to left is still open for some reason. I don't know why that happens with GSX. Sometimes it closes it, sometimes it's not, depending on the mood. Let's turn on the beacons. Let's see if that works. If they close that on their own. But if not, then I can just close it myself, like so. FS25 got a few new map mods recently. Ah, that's great to hear. Yeah, post some photos in the Discord. Oh crap, that's what I forgot. I don't think Nightbot is here. But anyway, I hope we don't need him yet. But yeah, the Discord for anyone who wants to join the Discord, can someone try ! Discord if it works here? I think that's the one I forgot to set up. I'll probably do that for next time. Okay, so all the doors are closed now and armed. That's what we want to see. Now we can go back to nav and go to the lower center. It doesn't work. Crap. Okay, I'll add that to my checklist. Thanks. Good. We haven't done the takeoff performance yet. Runway 18, import from aircraft 229 tons, 229,000 kilos. My goodness. How heavy is that? So I think this is a good mix because we have truck sim fans here. How heavy is one European truck with a full load? Because a full load is normally 20 tons, right? Add the weight of the truck there, how heavy would that be? And then that would be interesting to just compare how many trucks would it be equivalent to how heavy we are right now, to 229.1 tons. Yeah, that checks. Import weather, that matches with the 80s that we got, 1016, calculate. I always get this, takeoff 245. I guess that just means we have plenty of runway because it's a short flight for a 777, so it's no problem from performance point of view. Takeoff 2, 45 degrees selected temperature, 88.4% on the N1. We have a D rate on the climb as well. And then flaps 5, CG 4.75, I'll adjust that later. 149, 153, 158, almost exactly the same as the calculated ones from the FB. Looking good. Alright, so we have V speeds, 158 V2, so let's put that here. And then we will turn on flight directors, arm LNAV and VNAV. I think in this plane you arm that ahead of time, which is good because I always forget that. Nightbot is sleeping. Around 25 to 40 tons. So if we just put it 25 tons, we go to that one again, yeah, 229. Roughly, we have maybe 10 or 9 trucks to be equivalent with how big this 777 is. My goodness. Total weight is maximum 46 tons with load in EU. Ah, okay, 46 tons. So someone help me do the math. Let's go back here. 229.1 divided by 46. And that's how many trucks we have that are equal to how heavy we are right now. And this is not even the maximum. Because if you look at the stats here, the maximum takeoff weight of the 777 is 351 tons. My goodness. How many passengers do we have today? 321 people. 9.4 tons cargo. No pressure. Oh, that looks cool. We actually have that angle for the tug. 5 trucks plus minus. Not too shabby. Good. Where's my camera? There we go. Let's do a recall check here. Engine shutdown and TCAS off. Those are expected. ICAS messages. We are in transponder already. 1414. That looks good. Everything is ready. Okay, I think we are good to start. So Juliet and then ground is 121.8. 1 second. Is it though? Let me double check what they gave me. 121.8 indeed is the ground frequency. Okay. So how do they call Centrair ground? Okay. Centrair ground, all Nippon 371 with information Juliet, request push and start. We're at stand 7. This is something I'm not so sure about, Arianus.
All Nippon 371, push and start approved, face west.
Push and start approved, face west, all Nippon 371. But when do you give we have information like that, the ATIS? When you're pushing back, when you're taxiing? I'm sure you give it when you ask for clearance, but I can't remember when you give it next, when you're pushing back or when you're taxiing. Face west, okay. Let's go ahead and get some GSX action in here. Hey Barry! Long time no see, man. Are you still in Malaysia? How's it going? Yes, it's real. I can't believe it either. Oh my goodness, wait. Nose right, tail left. Face west is that way. That doesn't really work for us. So let's just do a right. Nose left. Yes, this one. I hope I got the right thing. Beacons are on. Looks good. Let's release the parking brakes. I like that they have the Japanese accent as well for the ground crew. You crazy. I even forgot my CG mug today. I'll have to find it. With how large those GE engines are. I heard somewhere, and feel free to fact check me on this, but someone said, I can't remember, the size of these engines
welcome aboard All Nippon
is almost
Airways
as large as the
Flight
nose of the 737.
Departing from Nagoya and heading to Nagasaki.
Flight attendant.
My name is Erica, and I'm your purser for this flight. Joining me today
Start engine
are
1.
my fellow crew members, Yuki, Haruto, Saki, and Daichi. We are
We
here
need to turn off
ensure
packs.
you have a comfortable and
We
safe
need to wait for the
journey.
fuel.
Our captain today
N2.
is clumsy, and assisting him is First Officer Allen. Our estimated flight time to
You can even
Nagasaki
plug
is
that in.
approximately 1 hour and 13 minutes. Before we take off,
1:30.
I'd like to take you through our safety procedures on this Boeing 777-300 extended range aircraft. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal tip into the buckle and adjust it to
Sorry,
fit snugly across
remove
your
the
lap.
camera.
To release, simply lift the upper portion of the buckle. We recommend keeping your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. In the event of a change in cabin pressure, oxygen masks will automatically drop from the panel above you. Pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen,
Alan,
place it
yes,
over your
exactly.
nose and mouth, and secure it with the elastic
Very
band.
heavy thunderstorms.
Remember to
Yikes.
secure
Stay
your
safe.
own mask before assisting others. Your life vest is located under your seat.
Good to hear, Jay.
In
Thank you.
case of a water landing, remove the vest from its container and pull it over your head.
Okay, engine 1
Fasten the
looks good.
straps around your waist and pull to tighten. Inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tabs or by blowing into the
Yeah,
tube.
engine 1 looks good. Let's start engine 2.
Has 10 emergency exits. 2 at the front, 4 over the wing,
And set the parking
and 4 at
brakes.
the rear of the cabin. Please
For
take
the
a
second
moment to
one,
locate
let's
the
go
nearest exit.
outside. Why
Keep
not?
in mind that it may be behind you. In an emergency, door lighting will guide you to the exit.
It's going to get
Thank
noisy,
you for your
guys.
attention, and we wish you a pleasant flight with us today. Thank you, Roche. Ensure everything is any questions, please don't hesitate to ask
Hasim! G90. Sorry for the noise, but I wanted to hear it. How are you doing, Hasim? Long time no see, man. How's it going? Okay, we have 2 good engines. That looks good. We can start with the checklist again, but first let's turn off the APU. And nothing else to do here for now, okay? Okay, let's go with the checklist. Oh, actually, I forgot to do the before start checklist. My bad. MCP, takeoff speeds, we did those already in pre-flight. Ah, the trim, yes, is what I forgot. Trim is 4.75 and right now it's 4. So let's trim up. Should have the hydraulic pressure to do that already. 4.75, that looks good. Aileron trim is 0 over there and rudder trim is 0 as well over there. So 4.75, 0 and 0 should be good. And taxi and takeoff briefing. Actually, we didn't do that either, did we? Yikes, my bad. Okay, so let's do that quickly. So we're here now, pushback. We'll taxi to runway 18, probably Delta, Delta 7, and some combination of these taxiways. After we line up there and when we're given the takeoff clearance, then we'll depart from runway 18, which will then maintain 177 degrees on the heading until 500 feet, and then turn right towards Titan. From there, we proceed direct Hickney, and then from there we leave this, we stop following this departure procedure because we have our own waypoints to follow based on our flight planning here. Okay, so not too complicated. I think that should qualify enough, like so. Before taxi checks, okay, anti-ice is in auto, recall, TCAS off. That's the only thing that's missing. That's fine. We'll fix that later when we line up the runway. Flight controls, full forward, full back, left, right, rudder left, right. Looks good, and ground equipment is clear as well. Okay, and then before takeoff, let's set this now. Flaps to 5. And then let's watch the slats extend like so. Beautiful. And then right after they finish, let's move to the back of the wing to see the flaps extend. I hope I'm not covering it. Okay, there you go. How's it been going, Hasib? What have you been up to recently? Trucking, other games, real life? Oh my Boeing. Always setting something, pushing something. Exactly, yes. I think in real life, Airbus is probably more practical, but from a simmer's point of view, I really like the Boeing because you have to do so many things. So you never get bored. You always have to adjust the heading. You know, there's always something to do. You've worked on GE engines. I see. Oh yeah, because you're in the aviation engineering department, right? Oh my goodness, 2 people can stand on top of each other with that. My goodness. TCAS on runway. This is how runway incursion happens. Yeah, I have it at transponder, but I'm not sure what the difference is there actually, because I would set it to TARA when I line up on the runway, but right now I have it in transponder, but that still qualifies as TCAS off apparently, so maybe I should put it to TA only. Not sure. I leave it as is. Good. The next check is after takeoff already, so we're good. I'll blank that out, and we are ready to taxi. So it looks like our pushback was only halfway done. Anyway, we'll survive. So All Nippon 371 ready to taxi. Doing good, Hasib. I am doing good. Very busy with work normally, but I am starting to get some time to fly.
All Nippon.
And I wanted to squeeze in some streams as well.
Cleared to Nagasaki via the Omai. To departure, then as filed. Departure runway 18. Initial climb 3000. Departure on 119er decimal 17 Tokyo. 7. 5 squawk 1414.
This one is something I'm not sure where it's coming from, but something reset my frequency. I've been having that randomly, and it looks like I got it again. Because remember, we were on 121.8, right? So somehow I got switched back to delivery. And now the ATC bugged out, thinking I was asking for clearance. So let's just do that again. All Nippon 371, request taxi. And well, let's get ready to take note of this, because it might be fast. Yeah, the work has been busy, but
All Nippon 371, taxi to runway 18 via Delta 5. Bravo, Bravo 9er, Alpha 10.
I missed that. Say again for All Nippon 371. Bravo 9er, did I hear Bravo 9er?
All Nippon 371, taxi to runway 18 via Delta 5. Bravo, Bravo 9er, Alpha 10.
Taxi runway 18 via Delta 5, Bravo, Bravo 9er, Alpha 10, All Nippon 371. Okay, so... And I like Navigraph for this, because you can actually draw on the chart. So basically they're asking us to taxi Delta okay, they want us to make a U-turn here. So they're saying Delta 5 is this one, and then Bravo is this long taxiway here, and then left on Bravo 9er, and then Alpha 10 like so. Yeah, so okay, yeah, let's follow it, fine. Yeah, it's nice, this Navigraph app. You can actually draw on stuff. Charlie Delta 2 Bravo. Yeah, no track IR, so the hair is visible exactly. Let's turn on the taxi lights and the runway turn off lights. Config check. Okay, no alarms, that's good. And let's see if we can turn around here, do a 180 with a 777. And let's see if we can, let me lower the volume. So this is Bravo 5. And this chase plane add-on with the cinematic views is always fun stuff. Always adds to the experience. Let's see. I think it looks good there. So yes, what I was saying earlier, still busy with work, but I am finding some time to fly now, and I have been all in on flight sim. I have not removed my yoke in like a month's time. So unfortunately that means I haven't been trucking, but I have been flying the 777, this plane, and the 737 over in X-plane. So really all in on the flight sim environment. Let's see how the flyby cam looks like. Yeah, this one looks pretty nice, right? My goodness, the realism is just getting better and better, and that's going to even improve once we get to 2024. Okay, let's go and turn through here. This is Bravo already. Okay, Zulu. He's still not done. Oh my goodness. Has anyone been trucking recently? I haven't been up to date with the trucking world either. Any new mods, new DLCs? The latest I know was Missouri. Can get back the volume a bit here. 30 knots, no! That actually will lose me some points in pilot's life. And let's stick with 27. Oiled up even before takeoff. What does that mean? I hope that's good. Has anyone tried FS 2024 recently? I've been staying off of it. My video card is not worthy enough for 2024 at the moment. The VRAM is too low. I only have 10 gigs of VRAM, and it's not enough for 2024. So I always get stutters. Let's go to the cinematic view again. Let me lower the volume a bit. Yeah. 1,907 miles to go. Oh my goodness. Troll alert. Oh, we're almost at the end of the runway already. Oh, that was fast. Greece for ETS, Missouri for ATS, Pro mods added Middle East and Canada. Next is Northern Scandinavia for ETS and Illinois for ATS. Oh my goodness, wow, you are up to date. The Greece one I know, and the Missouri one, but I haven't really explored much of Missouri yet. I've only done that single, oops, sorry grass. I've only done that single episode in, I think we're too fast, in Missouri during that pre-release. Panda, indeed! Out of nowhere, right? Yeah, as irregular as my schedule is, I figured why not stream when I can. Glad you could join us. What time is it there? 7 p.m. Yes. Let me get handed off the tower now. I'll just transfer myself 118.85. And then the departure frequency is 119 or 175, so let's prepare that as well. That's good. Centrair Tower, All Nippon 371, holding short, Alpha 10, ready for departure. 7:10 p.m. Nice. You're dreaming. Yeah, Silly Panda is our photographer.
Centrair Tower, runway 18, winds 125 at 16, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 18, All Nippon 371. Not Truck Sim, yes. I have not played Truck Sim in maybe a month.
All Nippon 371, runway 18, winds 115 at 17, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 18, All Nippon 371. Please don't repeat it again. Clear here. And the runway itself as well. Good. Let's see if I can line up properly with this huge beast. Actually, you can cheat a bit. There's a runway view. So, there's this one. Why do I hear ATIS? Even that was still not enough.
1300 Zulu.
But it's close enough, I'll take it. 1 second, My radios are changing for some reason.
3,000 feet. Broken at 6,000 feet.
I don't know what's doing that.
Temperature 18.
Any ideas, guys? 118.85.
QNH 1016. Density altitude 200.
Do we have maybe ATC
Transition level 145. Arriving and
assistance?
departing runway 18. Advise on initial contact, you have information kilo.
That is so strange. First, close enough. I was saying you're our resident photographer in the Discord. Always amazing photos. Let me just do one check, guys. Assistance options. Is there like an ATC ATC enforce flight plan? No, that's not it, but I'll turn it off anyway. ATC voice is off. No, I don't see it. AI radio communications ATC. Yeah, it's off. I don't know what's changing it. Okay. And then even this one changed. It's 119.175. Okay. Hopefully no one touched the radios. I think it was Jack. I'm sure it was Jack. Alright. You guys ready? Winds coming from the left, confirmed with the windsock. Forward pressure on the yoke, a bit of left aileron deflection. 55%. Hi. Parking brake released. Thank you. And the TCAS was almost forgotten. And everything else as well. Right, so that looks good, and we want everything, all the lights on there. Okay. Now I shouldn't have forgotten anything. Yes. Okay. Okay, 55% N1. Forward pressure on the yoke, a bit of left aileron deflection, 55%. Stable.
Airspeed's alive.
Toga. Let's get the full volume. And I'll go out later so it will get noisy, okay? It's up. Releasing forward pressure on the yoke, keeping center line. I'll go out of the external camera later so it will get noisy, but it will look very good, hopefully.
V1,
Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
You're up. Let's go outside. This one, this view. Or this view. And now we're super off from the flight path. Rusty. Thanks, Ariadus.
Contact departure.
Going to departure. All Nippon 371. Okay. Turning right towards Titan. Switch over to departure. Departure All Nippon 371, 2400, climbing 3000, inbound Titan. Laps up. And we're leveling off here.
All Nippon 371. Central departure. Radar contact. Cleared. Direct Titan.
Direct Titan, All Nippon 371. But they haven't given us further clearance yet, so we'll stay at 3000 feet. Look at those clouds in front of us, just floating. Very nice. Love that view. Couple it with those mountains. Super scenic. Okay. Let's hand fly it a bit because later the autopilot will take care of
All
everything
Nippon
afterwards.
371. Climb flight level 200.
Climb flight level 200, All Nippon 371. Good. 200. And now this is the Airbusy thing. We press to get the VNAV speed. Looks familiar, right? Just like an Airbus. There we go. Please check. Eyeing the takeoff actually helps the airplane off the runway. What does it mean? Look at that climb rate, my goodness. More than 4,000 feet per minute. LNAV, VNAV. Okay, accelerate to 250 knots. Trim a little. Looking good. Let's go ahead and align the heading. List of things to do in a Boeing plane. And it's perfectly trimmed. Beautiful. Little bit of flyby. Why not? Very nice. Yes, the facial expressions definitely help with the takeoff. It scares the plane into flying. That looks beautiful in front. Mountains and the clouds just merging. You can actually get into some cinematic view, maybe one view. So good. 10,000 feet. Turn
All
off our landing
Nippon
lights.
371. Climb flight level 280.
Facing lights.
We have now.
Climb flight level 280 on Nippon 371.
Additionally, our onboard
And we
Wi-Fi
should be
service.
accelerating as well, so I'll have to adjust.
Sit back, relax,
But
and enjoy your
one
flight.
second.
All Nippon 371. Maintain flight level 280.
Climb and maintain flight level 280 on Nippon 371. Okay, let's pitch down, so we accelerate to our econ speed 320 knots. anything to do here? I don't think so. Yeah, this plane is super automated, which is nice. We can check the pressurization. Cabin altitude is not the pressure is climbing, which is good, but it's interesting that the cabin altitude isn't. So maybe it has a different schedule. Let's monitor that. 14,000, switching to standard altimeter. Let's have a look at those engines again. Ah, very nice. Super nice. It's just so easy to move the camera about with this chase plane add-on. Let's turn on the autopilot. I think we're good with the hand flying. Ah, there it is. Okay. It looks like it's starting to increase the rate of the cabin altitude, so that should climb a little now, so that the pressure doesn't get too high. Good.
All Nippon 371, climb flight level 300.
Climb flight level 300, all Nippon 371. And that's going to be our cruising altitude for this flight, which is pretty low, but I think that's because we're headed west and the winds are quite intense coming from the west, so the higher we go, the more headwinds we'll get. So it's trying to find the balance between just staying high enough to lessen the fuel consumption, but not too high that the winds gets too strong. So I guess it calculated 300 as the best compromise. And let's get some engine indications in here. How do you do this again? 1 second. ICAS engine, and then go back to MFD. There you go. So now we have the fuel flow vibration, so we can monitor that better. Okay, good. Turning left. Let's see where we are. Sid. Yes. Okay. It kicked me out. There we go. Ah, okay. We're outside already. Is it? No, we're just here. We're at Hickney. Okay. Good. So what's up with you guys? What have you been up to these days? Work? School? Have you had time to play? New games you've tried? There's a lot to catch up on. For me, I have been... Let me
All
lower the
Nippon
volume.
371.
There.
Contact Tokyo Control on 134.15.
134.15. All Nippon 371. 1 sec, let's just switch frequencies and I'll get back to you. Tokyo Control, good day. All Nippon 371, flight level 254, climbing flight level 300, inbound Arasi.
All Nippon 371, Tokyo Control identified. Good morning.
Good. So yeah, it's been a bit of a roller coaster with my time to play and time to work. Sometimes I have absolutely no time. Sometimes I get plenty. Depends on the season. But yeah, it's nice to finally have some time to stream again. for now, yeah, I'm thinking I've been doing flight sims offline for the past month or so. I haven't played any truck sim at all. And I think that will continue for the immediate future. Because what I realized is I tend to have seasons. I think many of us do. Like you're in the mood for this, and then you kind of want to just focus on this. And then at some point it kind of flattens out and you start getting interested in something else. And then you kind of focus on that. So I had a season when I was full truck sim. And I think that was when Greece came out. So I just drove offline the entire time, and I realized I should have made videos, I should have streamed. I think that would have been great. But the time was just not cooperating. And then there came a time, the truck sim fever started going down, and I started getting interested in flight sim again. So I'm in that period now. Still waiting for a race with me. Oh my goodness. With my truck sim wheel, is it? Oh, I can't reach it. I would have it's just there, but I...
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our cruising altitude. And
Have we?
Delighted to start
Oh, yeah.
food and drink service. Today we have a selection of delicious meals, including our popular teriyaki chicken and fresh sushi rolls. After the meal service, we will be offering a selection of items from the All Nippon Airways shop for your convenience. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight to Nagasaki. Thank you
Sit back,
for flying with us.
relax, and enjoy the flight. Yeah, it's very nice. Even the food that's available, chicken teriyaki, it changes. Sometimes it's sushi, sometimes it's just... I like these little things, just the immersion things. Although, that being said, Say Intentions is AI thing, it's a subscription basis, so I have to... I think my subscription ends in a couple of days. I probably will have to renew it, we'll see. Yeah, and now they have this feature. When someone else is flying in the network, you can actually hear them as well and see them as well. It's just that no one flies in the Japan area as much, so actually, yeah, what we can do, I can let you hear some more comms, because there are a lot of other people in the Say Intentions network flying with ATC, and you can hear them and hear ATC talking to them. But no one is in Japan, that's why we can't hear anyone. So what I can do here is I can actually where was it? This one, multiplayer. So you can see I have a live multiplayer proximity. So when real people are around flying with AI, I'll hear them. And I heard someone before, like just once, literally. There's also an option of pre-recorded. So if someone flew in Japan at some point in the past, you'll hear them. I had that initially, but after a while it kind of gets repetitive, because you kind of heard that exact dialogue already before, and it kind of gets... yeah, it kind of repeats itself after some time, so I turned it off. But if you want to just hear and just feel that there are a lot of people in the network, which there are, you can actually turn on this live multiplayer global. So if someone's flying in France, in Kenya, right, in England, you'll hear them, and then the ATC will actually change as well. The accent will change as well depending on where they're flying. So let's try it, just so we hear more of that immersion. So right now I'm tuned into Tokyo Control.
3000, left heading 030 4 vectors, ILS runway 26 left, Ryanair 32 Charlie Golf.
That's a Ryanair, so that's a real person.
Please expedite your climb to flight level 370.
And this is the AI controller.
0.
Right? So you will hear a lot of that. So because I'm tuned into center, I'll hear all the center comms from all around. So let's keep that on, just so it feels a bit more full.
Vectors, ILS runway 26, approach into Gatwick, Ryanair 32 Charlie Golf.
Yeah, that guy's going to Gatwick. Might be closer to you.
On 3 and 34 Charlie, Budapest radar, climb flight level 370.
This one is in Budapest. Budapest. Align the heading here.
Swiss
Okay.
1958. Cleared BSB3 Yankee arrival into Barcelona. When you're ready to begin your descent, flight level 070. Okay.
2230.
Edelweiss 675, contact Marseille Control on 123.9er.
I'm just checking. So it says our top of descent is at 2230 Zulu. Right now it's 2200 almost, so in around 30 minutes we'll start our descent.
Lufthansa 66
Okay.
Tango, climb flight level
220
390.
miles. Good. And that should check over here. We should see a top of descent somewhere here. Okay. It's good. Let's maybe turn on the weather radar if some...
Delta 2838, contact Atlanta approach on
We're going through some
124.6.
clouds here. Yeah, it's
Over to 128.725, Delta 913. Thank you.
yeah, I think you're right. 200 USD per year ish. What I'm paying for is the monthly one because it's a bit painful. So I'm trying to pay month by month, see if I like it and if I want to continue. So I think I'm paying 15 USD per month. So it's almost coming up, ending soon. I'm thinking if I want to renew. But I think I will because it's the only one that's compatible with X-Plane, and I fly X-Plane sometimes.
Radar on 133.725, Lufthansa 656.
In comparison, beyond ATC, it's a one-time payment, but it's only for MSFS. It's not for X-Plane.
Bremen Radar, Lufthansa 656 is landing for light level 350.
And recently I've been enjoying Say Intentions because of that dynamic nature. The flight plan always changes. They vector you around, they give you a different arrival, they give you shortcuts randomly. Well, not randomly, but close to real life, so it's always
Contact
nice.
LGS Maghreb Control on 120.45.
Let's go to cinematic mode, why not? Not the best views here though.
1958, Barcelona Control, descend altitude 4,000 plus.
Hey Christian. How's it going, man? Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for beyond ATC. The shortcuts.
706, Algiers Maghreb Control identified.
Because right now, beyond ATC is very good at like the flight plan, right? Building a real complete flight plan that makes sense. But it's too rigid in my view. It's always the same thing. So it lacks that dynamic nature. So we'll see. But they
Tokyo Control, contact Kobe Control on 135.65.
135.65, all Nippon 371, thanks. 135.65. So has anyone encountered that frequency changing bug like what I experienced earlier? Any ideas where that's coming from? Maybe Say Intentions does it? I don't know. I'll have to look at the Discord. What frequency is this? Kobe Control, I think. Kobe Control, Konnichiwa, all Nippon 371, flight level 300, inbound Okeli.
Edelweiss 675, contact Marseille Control on 128.85.
All Nippon 371, Kobe Control identified, yeah.
What did he say? Yeah? Let's see. It would appear here, that log. It does take a while sometimes though. But yeah, Say Intentions is good that way, the dynamic nature. It still has some rough edges here and there. Like you can say the comms, let the co-pilot take care of it. So Alan will read back the comms with ATC and change frequencies. But sometimes there's a huge delay, like control would say something and then Alan would reply like 5 minutes later. So it's slacking off. Yeah, it's a bit weird. And now it turned quiet, which sounds scary. Wow, that's a bit of weather right there. And yeah, that kind of checks actually, because if you look at, oh, actually the weather at Nagasaki got better now. It's MVFR now. Earlier it's IFR. If you look at the OFP, I think the weather at Nagasaki, the forecast was pretty bad. Let's see if we can read it. And destination, yeah, this one. So Nagasaki, and let's see. So 01 is for May 1, 1200 Zulu, which is, what time is it right now in real life? It's 12 plus 8, so that's like what, 2 hours ago, is it? So it's 0200 Zulu now, I guess. 0206. Okay. So if you look at the TAF here, let me see if I can read this.
All Nippon 371, Kobe control. Expect the Fubuki arrival. Plan for descent in maybe 20 minutes. If you'd like to descend now, just say the word.
Expecting Fubuki arrival. All Nippon 371, thanks. Okay, so at least that's what we planned here. But the approach, they'll most likely give us something else. They'll probably vector us around. Say intentions always vectors, gives vectors for approach. Okay, so let me try and read this. 01, right? That's May 1, 12 Zulu. Am I reading this right, Arianos? To 02, May 2, 1800 Zulu. 210, 40 knots, 8000 light rain showers. Okay, temporary from 1200 to 1500 Zulu. So that's where we're at right now, is it? No, actually. 22 is my time right now. Minus 8 is what, 14? Okay, it's 1400, not 0200. Okay, so it's 1400 Zulu. So we should be somewhere here, right? In between 12 and 1500 Zulu. So this is the forecast, right? In this period where we're at. What is 3000 here? I think that's the visibility. So very low visibility. Thunderstorms? Is that TS? Rain? Fog? Broken 008. So very low visibility and low cloud layers. Broken at 800 feet. So yeah, that's... And right now, if you look at the actual METAR, 6000 visibility. Rain showers. Yeah, we have few at 500. Scattered 010. So it's a bit better, but still quite bad. We'll see how that looks when we get there. But looks like we'll have to really shoot for an ILS maybe all the way to minimums. Hopefully that would be enough. But yeah, there is an ILS there.
We are descending to flight level 190.
That goes all the way to 200 feet AGL, so I hope that should be enough. Let's have a quick look at this airport. What kind of approaches are there? There's no CAT 2 or 3.
Copenhagen info.
Just this one.
Good afternoon.
Okay. We'll see. Oh my goodness, that looks scary in front. I hope that's not the real weather. Because if it is, then I'm not sure where to go. We'll have to sneak our way around. RA is moderate rain. TSR is thunderstorm with rain. Thank you. And showers of rain means it's like on and off of rain, right? And then the minus is like light rain. If there's a minus. Light something. Okay. Oh yeah, Navigraph can help interpret that as well. Yeah, this one. So this is the raw METAR, and then there's this readout. Visibility 6,000 meters, and then as Ariano said, showers of rain because it's SHRA and there's no minus, right? So it's not light. Hey, Tolerance. Yes. I do plenty of flight sim, but it's not as big in the channel, unfortunately. But yes, currently especially, I'm all into flight sim. I started flight sim in 2019, I think, so I'm fairly new when it comes to flight simming. I'm not the first flight sim I played in was X-Plane 11, so fairly recent. So I only hear stories about FSX, FS 2000 or whatever it is. And yeah, I started with zero knowledge in aviation, didn't know what ailerons were, didn't know what the star SID was. And I learned that thanks to you guys. So I learned bit by bit by sheer amount of exposure. Ah, yes, exactly, yes. I think the channel has been much more known for truck sim. Yeah, that's true. My hope was that it would also be known for flight simming in a way, but we'll see how that looks. For now, let's enjoy what we got. Let me do a quick check here. We'll be reaching Nagasaki with 14 tons of fuel. Our reserve at 9. Okay, that's more than plenty. But I got additional fuel. I took additional fuel with me for the sake of the weather. Because of that weather, we might have to go to our alternate, which is what? Let's see.
1381, passing flight level 330-4360.
Where is the alternate? Should be here in the flight. Kansai. My goodness, that's pretty far. The alternate we have is very close to the departure airport we had. Yeah, we have to travel all the way. That's why the reserves are so high.
Descent coming up in about 15 minutes. Feel free to ask if you'd like it sooner.
So if I understand correctly, if we go to the flight plan here, this where was it?
Can you please expedite your climb to flight level 370?
The alternate fuel here is measured by what was it? Was it including the go around fuel needed? Like we're supposed to land in Nagasaki, right? Romeo Juliet Foxtrot uniform. But if we do a missed approach, if we go around, we'll need fuel to go around, right? It's because we'll have to push the throttles forward, lots of fuel consumption. So that the fuel that's needed there for going around and then diverting all the way to the alternate and landing, I think that's what consists of the alternate fuel, if I understand correctly. So that plus the final reserve, which is what, 30 minutes worth of fuel, that consists of our FinRes, our reserve fuel, 9 tons over here. Yes, this one, I think. Alternative should be usually airport with different weather profile. Makes sense, okay, because it's bad weather all the way around that area, so the alternate would make sense that it's somewhere farther where the weather is much better. Yeah, makes sense. That's good. Let's go through that bit by bit. Thanks, Tolerance. I think that's good info right there. Let's see. So the trip is takeoff and landing. Takeoff to landing, no go arounds. Okay, so this is like the happy path, right? This is the ideal picture. You take off, you land. This is the trip. Okay. Continuous is wind changes, weather, etc. Continuous 15 minutes. Okay, so that's like a bit of buffer for the weather. Okay. Fin rest 30 minutes including a go around. Okay, this one. I see. Alternate is there. Go around from the destination plus the alternate going to the alternate. That's why it's pretty large, because our alternate is quite far away. Good. You had strange graphical artifacts, but it fixed itself. Ooh, okay.
1407, Atlanta Center. Good morning.
What's your current rig now, Jack? You've been through quite a few upgrades, few exciting upgrades, right? What's your current GPU and CPU now?
Romeo Golf. I need you at flight level 370, sir.
Buffer for weather and possible delays on landing. Ah, okay. Yeah, sometimes I see like an ATC line item here. Is that not normal, or is that the same as discontinuous here? Waiting to catch your early flight tomorrow to Bali for Labor Day. Nice. So that's for vacation, is it? Must get up at 5 a.m. You still have, 7 hours. Enjoy, Barry. Hope it's a relaxing time. Good. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? Oh my goodness. Weather is super bad here, but we don't have any anti-ice. There's no anti-ice is not needed. It's not been detected at least. Because we should see an EAI here, I think, or something, right? Some AI indications in the ICAS. And yeah, here the valves are closed as well. Okay. We'll let it be. We'll let it do its own stuff. But this is amazing to me. So we have a cabin altitude is 3,400. What does that mean? It means how it feels inside the cabin. It feels like you're only at 3,400, right? So the amount of oxygen you have, it's not too thin, so it's comfortable, it's more comfortable. When in reality outside, you're already at 30,000 feet, where the oxygen is super thin and you cannot even breathe on your own there, with how thin that is. That's amazing. And then the pressure, the differential pressure between 3.4 and 30,000, 8.6 psi, I guess. Very nice. Cool. Hey Benedict, how are you doing? R7 5800X3D and 3080 Ti. Oh my goodness, I would like an upgrade. I need an upgrade really bad, both CPU and GPU. Maybe soon. Soon, TM.
Delta 1407, Atlanta Center. Contact Indianapolis Center on 126.575.
Get a flight plan with fuel, but captain is still responsible not to fuel more than... Okay. Not allowed to take less, okay. Right. But still, at the end of the day, captain's call. Makes sense. Top of descent coming soon, more than 80 miles away. That should match here with the VNAV, 95 miles, okay. That also includes the fuel needed to fly to your alternate airport from the destination. Right, I think the alternate line item in there includes that.
1413, descent, flight level 200.
Looking good there. Long time no see, Casper. Happy Labor Day. How do you read that? Walpurgis? Valpurgis? Or something else, Davey? Yes, thank you. Long time no see. The profile picture actually, I remember. And then I trying to link it with what I called you before. How's it been going? What have you been up to these days? It's been years.
This is Swiss Air 17 Wiki. Can you
Very true
inform me
tolerance.
about the runway in service in Milano?
Dispatch. It's a tough job. Ay, ay, ay. Not the best for sightseeing, is it? Once we get closer to our top of descent, I'll probably turn off the chatter just to lessen the noise.
Expect the for Victor arrival and are waiting for your descent instruction either by 675 heavy.
ATC is not exact definition. Ah.
Edelweiss 675. Contact Barcelona control on 118.
Okay, I see.
35.
So it's not as clear cut. Okay. I was watching Flight Tech to Sim's stream. He had a group flight with his members. They went to Sweden.
Good morning.
It was absolute chaos. And the controller was like 1 centimeter away from rage quitting because of all the traffic, all the chaos around. But it was stressful to watch, but also fun and educational. I think he landed at Arlanda in Sweden with what, 900 kilos of fuel, something like this. 1.2 tons, I think, of fuel. So like almost absolute minimum. Almost 8 into the FinRes. Oh my goodness. That's very interesting to see. Germanic personal name originally a saint. In Swedish it is Valborg, so that's what we celebrate. Isn't that the place, Valborg? That sounds familiar.
Good morning.
Yes, if I think of upgrades, I'm sure Rohan has a few ideas. I would want, if I upgrade, I'll probably going all in-ish. I'm looking for the I'm looking for the 9800 X3D. I really want an X3D for sure. So that means I need a new motherboard, new set of RAM.
When you're ready to begin your descent, descend. Flight level 260.
And because I have upgraded most everything anyway, I might as well upgrade the GPU, get some more VRAM. But the GPU is what I'm not sure about yet. Because the 50 series, I'm not sure if it's good. Maybe it's good, but it's super expensive. And but I need VRAM. I need lots of VRAM. So that's the question mark right now. The CPU, I'm sure I want the 9800 X3D. I don't need the 9900 or 9950 X3D. I can focus on the gaming part. Yeah, I don't need the productivity side as much. But the GPU, that's the bit blurry part for me. 6090 all the way.
Requesting vectors to ILS runway 17 left, please.
When are they releasing the 60 series? Now I'm actually starting to think about AMD with their recent, what was the name of their recent release? But it was, the reviews were very good, right? The software was very good. It's even better than the previous generation of AMD GPUs. The encoding, the video encoding for the streaming is actually very good now as well. So it's looking very promising. If they release like a high-end competitor, I might actually consider it. A 4090. Yes, I heard that's very good.
Good morning.
Next Tuesday. Good luck. Oh, look at this view. Beautiful. Not really. Oh my goodness, look at that. We actually even have some purples in there. Thankfully we're in MSFS, otherwise it would have been crazy if we were in X-Plane. We probably would have been shaking crazy. But then again, the weather radar in MSFS isn't exactly accurate, is it? It's not really the, what do you call it, precipitation or the actual bad weather in layman's terms. I think it's just reflecting sometimes the clouds.
Flight level 070.
Do check here, 52 nautical miles, okay. I'm not sure what kind of, which runway they'll give us. Let's see. No METAR at Nagasaki. It's not good, but in Navigraph there is. Yeah, there's this one. So let's refer to this one. 310 at 18, so 32 does sound good. Let's plan for 32. And anyway, Fubuki, if we follow that right, this arrival, Fubuki, is this one that's here, going down here. And this actually lines up for runway 32. The other arrival, Saruku. Saruku is more on the other side of the runway, runway 14. So the fact that we've been given Fubuki, or told to expect Fubuki, I'm hoping that means ILS 32 is what will be given. So I'll plan for that in the meantime. So let's go to legs page, runway 32, and go to fix.
Echo, Casablanca radar identified. Good afternoon.
We're at 30,000 feet, so times 3 is 90. That should be roughly our top of descent, which is close-ish. That's good enough. But let me put in 15, 10, and 6 miles here, just so I have a visual representation of where I should start slowing down the plane. It's because sometimes I forget. Okay, let me just check on the charts here. One sec, guys. I see the chat moving. Give me a second. Arrival star Fubuki in Saruku. Approach. I'll pin both the ILS Yankee and Zulu, because I think the Zulu one is a bit more matching in terms of flight plan, but Say Intentions usually gives the Yankee for some reason. Maybe they use alphabetical and Y just always goes before Z. Something like that. I don't know what their logic is. But even if like Zulu is the perfect match for the star, they assign you Yankee, and then they give you vectors.
2450, Kansas City Center, contact Memphis Center.
Hey Farhan, this is 2020. Hopefully by tomorrow we're at 2024 with the 777-200ER when it's released. But for now, 2020. So we're warming up for it.
Flight level 160.
Wait, I didn't realize I missed a lot of messages. 1 second. Try and go back. 3080. Yeah, the 3080 is good except for the VRAM. I always get my VRAM maxed out in Flight Sim. 4090 blows yours out of the water. Yeah, I think the 4090 is more than enough. What's the VRAM there from 4090? Warn your passengers about turbulence and put seat belts on. I think that's a good idea. Let's do that.
Data 536 Echo, descend flight level 046, turn left, heading 125 vectors for the ILS runway 35 right approach.
Sky Dubai 2 Romeo Golf. Please expedite your climb to flight level 370.
Let them enjoy the ride. The turbulence. My goodness. Okay, let's do some calculations.
Descend via Fubuki into Nagasaki.
Descend via Fubuki, All Nippon 371. Okay. So if we look at that chart, star Fubuki,
All Nippon 371. Clear to Nagasaki via the Omai. 2 departure. Then as filed. Departure runway 18. Initial climb 3000. Departure on 119er, decimal 175 squawk 1414.
is that for me? Yeah, they repeated my departure clearance. I'll just ignore it. Did I change my frequency again? No, that looks good. Okay, let's start descending. 1 second. I'll get back to you guys. To just assign something low. Let's start with 10,000. And I can just press this one, right? I think this is equivalent to descend now.
Austrian 543, Vienna radar.
Just like an Airbus.
Good afternoon, QNH 1020.
Wow. Still spamming F5 on PMDG 777-200ER. Yeah, because they gave a time window, isn't it? Like May 1, what, 1600 to 2300 Zulu, something like this? Can't remember the exact times, but it should be any hour now.
As we begin our descent into Nagasaki,
Houston Center, good morning.
we kindly ask you to return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. Please ensure your tables are stowed and your seat backs
Press
are in the upright
123,
position.
contact Winnipeg Center on
Use of lavatories is not
135.475.
permitted at this time. Thank you for your
Let me turn off
cooperation.
the chatter so we can chat ourselves more. I don't have to stop when someone speaks. Good. And how do I turn that on? There you go. General Linguistics at Helsinki Uni these past 4.5 years. Wow. You found your field. My goodness. That sounds amazing, Davey. Hope you're enjoying. My goodness, that looks scary, that weather. Maybe we should just turn it off. Ignorance is bliss. Let's keep it on. Keep us on our toes. $24 gig VRAM? My goodness, yeah, 4090 definitely then. Yeah. How about 5090? What's wrong with 5090 currently? Because I've heard many bad things about the 50 series. I'm not sure if it's just about the price or is there something else. The clouds look magnificent and they look magnificently scary. Let's go outside for a bit. As early as 1 hour 30 from now. Hidden page? What hidden page? Like a bypass link? I need that. But I probably will buy the 777-200ER as well, just because I want to go to FS 2024 and test it out with Sim Update 2. But I won't play 2024 with Sim Update 1 because my VRAM cannot handle it with the airliners. So I'll go straight to Sim Update 2 beta. Hopefully that's stable enough. The only thing is, we won't have chase plane in 2024 yet, so we won't have all these nice cameras. 5090 sucks. The AI component does nothing to improve the performance. Oh, okay. So 5090 versus 4090, the performance isn't really that much improved. I see. Leans too far in frame gen. Ah, I've heard about that. Like, there's frame gen, and then there's like the next level of frame gen. I forgot the name. So instead of generating just one additional frame, it generates like 2 or 3 additional frames, something like this. And that looks cinematic. Oh, and I have to remember to turn on the where was it? The recording later. Sky Dolly. And let me double check. Is there really no 80s here? There is 126.85. So let's go ahead and listen to it while we're descending.
Advise on initial contact you have information pop-up.
Papa.
Nagasaki Airport, information pop-up. Automated weather is currently out of service. Advise on initial contact you have information pop-up.
Okay, it's not very helpful.
Nagasaki Airport.
Rip. 4 fake AI frames. Ah, yes. Yeah. Frame generation has its place, but yeah, it can be overdone. Like in my setup right now, I have frame generation. I'm using that frame gen mod. And it's good because otherwise I would get like 20 FPS. Now at least I get like 40 plus. But there are some artifacts. Like for example, if I go to the engine view, this one, yeah, you see the artifacts on the engine because of the fast movements. It cannot keep up. So if I like alt tab out, focus on a different window, frame gen turns off. So that lowers my frames. But at least the artifacts also disappear. Like look at this one, right? The artifacts disappear if I click outside. So whenever I want to look at the engines, I just click outside so that there's no artifacts. And then when I want more FPS, then I just click back in and then stop looking at the engines. So it helps with rigs like mine, which need a bit of assistance already. But yeah, it's not the silver bullet is how they say it. Let's go and do the descent checklist. Recall, good. No notes, no failures, thank you. Auto brake, yes, that's what we haven't done yet. Let's go and do that. Progress page, so we have 14.9, we'll be landing at 14.2, so that's 0.7, so 219.9. Am I doing my math right? 219.9 plus 7 is 220.6, yes, so that's flaps 30, 140 knots. 219.9, let's see what PMDG will calculate for us. 219.7, let's do the 219.9 just so it's a bit more conservative. No METAR. Okay, so we'll have to plug that in manually. 310 at 18 and 1010. And QNH and
All Nippon 371, descend flight level 150.
Descent flight level 150, all Nippon 371. Calculate. 150. Good. We are right bang on the path, that's good. Sorry, that's the wrong hotkey. Give me a second, guys. So auto brakes 3 will need 1826 meters. And if we look at the airport chart there, at Nagasaki, we'll probably want to vacate at Tango 2, I think would be a good safe spot. So we would, but actually no, we're landing in runway 32, so Tango 5, okay, roughly the same. How much length that do you think that is? 2,500 meters, maybe?
All
So
Nippon
if you look
371,
here,
contact Nagasaki approach on 119.175.
119.175, all Nippon 371. 119.175. Let's see. So I think auto brakes 2 would be enough. Yeah, I think auto brakes 2 should be enough. One sec, guys. We're getting into the busy period. Drag required. Oh yeah, it ran away from me because we stopped descending. Nagasaki approach, all Nippon 371, flight level 150 with information Papa. Come on, make me descend. Maybe let's slow things down as well.
All Nippon 371. Nagasaki approach identified. Good morning. Expect the ILS Yankee runway
Yankee again.
to approach into Nagasaki.
Expecting ILS Yankee 32, all Nippon 371. Introduces more input latency. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Late night stream indeed. Oh yeah, it's 10:40 already.
All Nippon 371. Contact Fukuoka approach on 127.9.
127.9, all Nippon 371. What did they say? 127. Oh my goodness, my goldfish memory at work. 39er? I'll cheat. 127.9. Crap. But looks like we're way above vertical profile now. Radar, good day, all Nippon 371, flight level 150, inbound Paddy. Let's do terrain
All Nippon
here.
371, Fukuoka approach identified. Good morning.
Why aren't they making us descend? Requesting further descent on Nippon 371. 140 knots. Minimums would be 216.
All Nippon 371. Descend flight level 140.
140, okay. Descent flight level 140 on Nippon 371. Okay. So minimums would be 215. Let's start plugging that in. There you go. I think it's because of the vectors they have planned for us. So we'll probably not follow this vertical path. You're in Malaysian work permit. I think Barry is there as well. Which, are you guys in KL? Different place? Lossless scaling? No. In Truxem I use lossless scaling when I'm playing offline. But when I'm recording, I'm not using it. It's just harder to record for me on lossless scaling. But this one I'm using is just the FrameGen mod, the built-in one in the sim. So even though I only have a 30 series, I can use the FrameGen thanks to the mod. So I think it's just using FSR. AMD FSR. Weather is bad, but don't worry. You cannot land, we will first. Yes, by hook or by crook, we'll get there. 1010. Let's start plugging that in. 1010. As well as here.
All Nippon 371. Contact Nagasaki. Approach on 121 decimal 175.
121 decimal 175 on Nippon 371. I hope this time I got it right. Nagasaki approach, all Nippon 371, 14,000 feet, inbound Tara. Oof. Let's go back to the charts.
All Nippon 371, Nagasaki approach, identified. Good morning, Nagasaki QNH 1008.
1008 on Nippon 371. Okay. But they still haven't made me descent. Research and development engineer in an HVAC company. Wow, nice. Yeah, same time. Exactly.
Oh,
FSR.
Nippon 371. Descend altitude
there.
7,000. QNH 1008.
Descent 7,000, 1008, all Nippon 371. We are way above profile. I don't think we'll make that. Maybe let's get some speed brakes in. Maybe half. Okay. And then in the meantime, let's continue with the checklist. Landing data, we have VRF 140 knots. Minimums are 215. Approach briefing, we actually haven't done that yet. Let's start looking at that approach chart. ILS Yankee is what we were given, so I'll remove Zulu, and we actually have to change this one to Yankee, like so. Good. Alright, so here we are. We'll probably be given vectors to Chara, 2,600 feet. From there we'll intercept the glide slope 3 degrees. ILS minimums to 15 feet, and then if we need to go mist, we'll climb to 500 feet, then turn left heading 325, outbound via Nagasaki VOR. What's the radial 325 to 3,000 feet, then turn left direct to Nagasaki and hold at 4,000. Okay, so 4,000 is the miss approach altitude. Let's double check that it's here. 4,000, and then hold at Ole. Yeah, exactly. And then there's this discontinuity because this is the end of the arrival and this is the start of the approach, and there's no direct connection between that and the the approach that they gave us. So hopefully they give us some vectors. Should be coming up soon. Neil live near KL, around 30-minute drive. Ah, nice, nice. Yes, I've been there a couple of times. Yes, in KL, in what was the place we went to? Malacca. Yeah, but I haven't explored many other places
Captain,
yet.
cabin is ready.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we make our final approach into Nagasaki, we kindly ask you to turn off your electronic devices and stow them until we have arrived at the gate. Please ensure your tray tables are put away, your seats are in their full upright position, and your seat belts are securely fastened.
This doesn't look right.
Upon arrival, our All Nippon Airways staff will provide you with information
Approach.
regarding your connection flights.
That's good.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay, landing checklist next. Yeah, it doesn't look good because there's that disconnect there. Are they just expecting us to... Fubki, yeah, Fubki is here, and then it's not the ideal one, but we can intercept the localizer from here, although we are high. And at 7,000 feet, that definitely wouldn't happen. Speed brake is extended, that's true, thank you for reminding me. And let's go to... maybe let's maintain the up speed here. 220 knots. Let's see what ATC, let's give it a chance. Yeah, because if it just followed like the arrival and then ILS Zulu, it wouldn't even need to give us vectors. We just follow that directly. You need 3, yeah, exactly. Not the best weather, is it? Yes, Malacca is a place in Malaysia, but I remember I think he used that for something else, which is not good. What was it about again? Yeah, let's wait for ATC to give us vectors. Look, we've gone past it now. So yeah, say intentions is not yet perfect, a bit rough around the edges sometimes, but it does provide some interesting flights. Definitely not on rails. Yeah, so this is what I brought the extra fuel for. ATC mishaps as well. We need Alan back. Yeah, I wish we could add Alan here, right? Right there would be a good spot for Alan. We just need Sissel to add him in flight sim.
All Nippon 371.
See?
Descend altitude 3600. Turn left, heading 145 vectors for the IRS runway. 32 approach.
Left heading 145, descend 3600, all Nippon 371.
All Nippon 371, descend altitude 3500.
Did I hear it wrong? Or did he change it? Descend 3500, all Nippon 371. So looks like he'll give us a loop-de-loop. One hold. Below the up speed here. Maybe let's increase it to 230 knots. And then what I can do is I can just extend the center line here. 325 degrees. Intercept course. Okay, good. And then we'll intercept it somehow, somewhere. And then let's just do a level change. In Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it's maybe it's in Greek. Maybe it's not a very good thing. Huh? Okay, let me double check the chart again. So this is where we are. We're intercepting at 2600, so I'm expecting him to make me descend to that level. Or is it 2500 where we're intercepting this? Am I reading this wrong? 2500 maybe, yeah. Okay. And in the airport itself, let's see. Runway 32. Hopefully we can exit by Tango 5. And we can expect that runway 32 we have PAPI lights on the left side, 3-degree angle. Okay. Good. How are we doing? 3,500. There we are. And now we can start slowing it down again to up speed.
All Nippon 371, turn left, heading 115.
Extended our flaps already. Left heading 115, all Nippon 371. Did he say 115?
All Nippon 371, 5 miles from CF 32Y. Turn left, heading 020, descend altitude 2600 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the IRS runway 32 approach.
Left heading 020, descend and maintain 2600 until intercepting the localizer. Cleared for ILS 32 approach, all Nippon 371. Okay, that's what we want to hear. And height wise though, let's go flight level change again. Are we high? Zoom in a bit here. No, we're just right. Just right here. Glide slope is still above. What we can do is arm the localizer already. Localizer captured, that's good. And it even automatically set the heading for us, runway heading 325. Why are we speeding here? Let me put down the brakes, the gears, get some drag in, because it looks like we're getting to the barber poles for some reason. Which is interesting.
All Nippon 371, contact Nagasaki Tower on 126.2.
126.2, thanks, all Nippon 371. 126.2. Nagasaki Tower, all Nippon 371, established ILS 32. Okay, localizer, glide slope, and the missed approach altitude again is what? 3,000? 4,000.
All
Okay.
Nippon 371, Nagasaki Tower, roger.
And I forgot to turn on my lights, so Pilot's Life will be dinging me for that as well, I think. Good, so we have gear down. Now we're finally slowing down. Looks good. Let's start setting up earlier, 180 knots. And we can keep that as is for now. Let's arm the speed brakes, the spoilers. There we go, armed. So the only thing left on the checklist is flaps 30, okay, which we will do soon. Translates to idiot or fool. I see. Yeah. In Malaysia, I don't know if that means anything, but it's definitely a place. It's a very nice place. Okay. Flaps 15. Can we see the wing extending? The flaps extending here a bit? Yes. Yeah, not the best weather. Okay, fine. Flaps 20. And let's go full flaps. There we go. Flaps 30. Glide slope alive, flaps 20, gear down. Right. Yes, exactly. That's the normal way of doing things. That's the ideal way of doing things. But for me, in this flight specifically, I extended the gear early because I needed that drag. For some reason, I was not slowing down. Okay. 1,000 feet. Land 3. So we do have Cat 3, isn't it? Maybe let's do auto land. Now let's...
All Nippon 371. Nagasaki Tower. Winds 05 at 27. Runway 32. Clear to land.
Clear to land. Runway 32. All Nippon 371. What did he say the winds were from? 310, okay. So it should be nice headwind at least. And the winds were 18. Okay. Maybe let's give it VREF plus 9. Something like this. Hopefully that's not too much. I see water. Double check the checklist. Everything is good. Let's go to the engine page. Minimum is 215. I'm still looking at my instruments because I cannot see anything outside. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's the approach light. Oh, where is it again? It's gone. Disappeared.
100.
There it is.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Not the most aligned landing, but oh my goodness, look at this visibility. What's happening with my spoilers? Even my auto brakes were disarmed. So let's do manual braking. Next taxiway up there. Looks good.
All Nippon 371. Welcome to Nagasaki. Contact ground on 121.6.
Somehow we landed, guys. I don't know what happened, and I forgot to enable the recording. Oh my goodness, that would have been nice. Going to ground, all Nippon 371. Thanks.
We hope you enjoyed the smooth landing, which was an impressive 8 out of 10 by our Captain Clumsy and First Officer Allen. The local time is 7:56 in the morning. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until we have reached our final parking position and the seatbelt sign is turned off. A quick, fun fact about Nagasaki: it's known for its beautiful night views and rich history, including the iconic Glover Garden. The current weather is mild with no precipitation, perfect for exploring the city. On behalf of Captain Clumsy, First Officer Allen, and your cabin crew, Yuki, Haruto, Saki, Daichi, and myself, Erica, thank you for flying with All Nippon Airways. We hope to see you again soon. Have a wonderful day.
I'm not sure I would call it mild. Maybe the definition is different, but I don't think this is weather for sightseeing. I can hardly even see the plane. My goodness. Oh my goodness, yeah. Hey Rene, this is Say Intentions, the flight attendant from Say Intentions. Come to office and have a drink. Yeah, just turn right. You'll never run out of things to look at. And let's have a look at the where we are actually, because I have to contact ground. Load it up. Let's finish this flight. Oh, I wish I could have recorded it so at least we could see. Or maybe it doesn't matter because we cannot see the runway anyway. But we actually managed to vacate at Tango 4, which is good. Tango 5 is what I was planning for. Okay. I'll take it. 121.6. Almost there. What was it again? Tango 4? Okay. Nagasaki ground. Good day. Only on 371. Just vacated runway 32 at Tango 4. Request taxi to the gate. Cool stuff. You landed on the clouds. My goodness. I think this is the worst weather I've flown
taxi
in.
To gate via Tango 4. Papa 3, Papa 2. Have a good day.
Tango 4, Papa 3, Papa 2. Only on 371. Tango 4, Papa 3, Papa 2. It's straight ahead anyway.
All Nippon 371. Taxi to gate via Tango 4. Papa 3, Papa 2.
And they probably wouldn't even give us any stand, which stand that is. It's up to us. Start the APU. Ooh. Even enabling chase lane, you cannot see anything because of the weather. And I specifically wanted to go here to this airport because it's so scenic. It's ideally like, how do you describe it? It's a handmade airport by Asobo, I believe. But it's a handmade airport, so it's not the typical default airport that you see. And it's surrounded by water. And then there's like mountains a bit farther away, so it's a pretty scenic site supposedly. I think at the end when we shut down, let's just turn off the weather just so you can see how beautiful it looks. Yeah. It looks beautiful. I know, right? Look at that view. Oh, 1 second. Look at that view. Yeah, that one. Definitely. My goodness. Do the wipers work? I think the wipers don't. I think that was only Phoenix that had the wipers really working. Let's go and get GSX on. 0 suitable parking, so that's not good. Let's see. So we should be here. And there should be a chart with the parking stands, I think, right? Airport parking spots, yes. So let's maybe go for any would do. The nearest one. Let's see what's the nearest one. So we're coming from this side, from the northwest. So 14. Let's go with spot 9, stand 9. Let's see if we can count that well. Gate 9, but there's nothing that fits our size. So this will not work with GSX. The estimation of the distance will not be accurate. How do we know where spot 9 is though? When stand 9 is when there's no number here. Are we there yet? 1 second, let me stop here. I think we'll need Navigraph. Yeah. Super expensive but very nice. So it's might be worth it depending on how you look at it. And if I look at this, if I zoom in here in Navigraph, I should see the stands in real time where I'm at. Yeah, so okay, so we're here past 14. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. The fourth stand is where we're at. Okay, so this is 1 already, I think. This counts as 1. Is it? Does it? I guess so. Okay, let's see. Oh, we landed. You got knocked out by turbulence. The weather doesn't get any better, unfortunately. Oh, it looks like this one is 12, so we have 1, 2, 3 more to go. Okay. So there's the airport, the terminal. So this is 1. APU's running now, that's good. So at least we won't get embarrassed when we shut down the engines. The plane won't just die. Okay, and the next turn is us already. Does the wiper work in XP12? Yes. Explain works. Explain just works. It's not as dramatic looking most of the time, but it just works. So when I want a quick flight, when I want a flight that's reliable, and I'm not too hung up on the visuals, explain is where I go. But even now, the visuals are catching up. Okay. I think that looks good. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we're starting to see some of the airport. And we should see which stand this is. 1 second. It's too far in. Anyway, there should be a guy here. But I think because it's raining, no one. Oh, this is stand 8. Oops. Oh, stand 9 is there. All the GSX guys are waiting at the other side. Look. Yeah, all the vehicles are there. Blame the weather, not me. Yeah, stand 8. You currently parked at the wrong parking. GSX is a bit savage when it comes to parking. When you park a bit askew, when you park too far, it really scolds you for it. Stunning, I know, right? Change facility. How do I do that? I want you to do the stuff at 8. Revoke parking services. Yes. Right? And then ask me again. It really doesn't want. Like, it won't even service me. Oh, fine. Leave it alone. Okay, if you're running, we can turn off the engines. Lights as well. My score will be pretty low here in Pilot's Life because I missed the switches, missed the so many small misses. Okay. F in chat. Let's get the ground power in. Chocks, ground power. And below 20% N1. Can turn off the beacon, but for now, seatbelts going off. Good. Oh, we didn't get time to explore the cabin. It was so action-packed. Yeah, maybe in longer flights next time. Good. Okay. So, what else can we do? Beacons. Wing. Nav and local, let's keep on. Right? And then ideally, the GSX should start the boarding. Let's restart this one. And let's see if we can trick it into at least making the ground service vehicles work. Almost there. And then we'll change the weather. We'll look at the beautiful airport and then we'll call that a stream. Request deboarding. There we go. All Nippon Airways. Now the jetway should come in. There it is. So now we can look outside. Okay, nice. Yeah, actually we can go and change the weather here. Should be this one. That's how it should look like. Let's go for high-level clouds. This is how it should look like, guys. Normally has CBS, but not when I'm flying airliners, because I don't need the head movement as much in airliners. I need the instruments more, so I just use my camera shortcuts like this, right? But when I'm flying VFR, flying smaller airplanes, then I use it. But yeah, I don't use track IR anymore. So if I do this, there we go. Okay, so this is how the airport should be looking like. Yeah, super customized. Nagasaki looks even, the color is even different, has stand numbers and everything. And there's a bridge there going to the other side. I think there's a military airport on the other side. And from what I've read, I'm not sure if it's still valid, but it's interesting. So these two airports have different ICAO codes, but I think they share the tower, or at least they used to. Let's have a look. So this is Romeo Juliet Foxtrot uniform, right? And this one right across the bridge, it's Omura, Romeo Juliet Delta uniform. And I think there's only one tower, something like that, but it's interesting. Yeah, so pretty cool how they manage that. If you look from above here, this is how the airport should be looking like in the middle of water. And there's even that Nagasaki thing. Oh, there's actually like planes there, like model planes even. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see if I missed some messages. No, I think we're good. Anyone know what these planes are? Probably historic. Some fire trucks and pieces of plane, like just half the plane in there remaining. Interesting. Doesn't look like the newest. Yeah, probably some more aviation buffs would know what plane this is, if it actually should be representing some actual plane. But yeah, this is a very nice airport. I really like flying into this airport normally. But of course, when I stream, the first time I stream in years, the weather is the best. Good. So let's go to cinematic mode again. And let's see the people walking outside the jetway. Oh, good. And let's go back to the reality. So this is expectation, right? Let's get another angle of the camera. That's the expectation. This is the reality. Oi, that's not so bad anymore. Yeah, actually the weather is turning, I think. Yeah, because we can definitely see a lot more. Interesting. Okay. It's good to know. And is it reflecting here? No, here it's still the same. But this is 2 hours ago. It hasn't updated. Okay, good. But at least we finished the flight. I think I'm happy with that. Let's leave it there. Sorry I wasn't able to do the recording. I need more practice with timing that recording out. This is also one thing that's good in X-Plane because the recording is built in. So you always have a recording. You can always play back your landing, no matter how beautiful or disastrous it is. So, firefighting training area. Yeah, oh yeah, might be. Yes, actually that makes sense. One last thing, let's have a look at our Pilot's Life score, which is probably not going to be the best. But it's our score. Let's see. And you'll be seeing the different flights I've been doing. Yeah, only 94. It's one of the lowest I've gotten in a while. Because I missed the... Yeah, when I was taxiing out, I went beyond 30 knots. So that's 3 points docked there. And when I was taxiing in, I didn't turn off the taxi light at the end. And then looks like I also went beyond 30 knots there. And the landing was not the smoothest, 295. But the Pilot's Life is very, what do you say? it's very forgiving with the landing rate because it focuses more on the as long as you're landing at the right spot, you don't go beyond the runway. It doesn't focus on butters, which is good for me. Good. So yeah, I've been flying. This is what I've been flying, alternating between the 737 in X-plane and the 777, and it's been very nice so far. Super cool. And yeah, these A321s, these are fake. These are actually 737s as well. I just didn't change the plane in Pilot's Life back then. So yes, looking forward to future streams. We'll see how the schedule looks like. But exactly, Arianos. Yes, my ideal airline. Ryanair for the win. Yeah, glad you made it, Jack. Thanks. And hope I can drop by soon. We'll see how the future streams look like. Probably not this schedule, but I'll try to announce it earlier next time. This is more of a test stream. Thanks. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good rest of the Labor Day. And happy weekend as well for those with extended weekends. Let's see, maybe tomorrow I can stream evening EST time. We'll see. I'll try and announce when I get it. Thanks, have a nice day, and come see flying. Have a good one. Bye-bye.